The first thing I want to define for you is what I call success. If I ask you what success is, what would you answer? If I ask your friend, the answer would probably be different, right? Success means different things to different people. The definition we are going to use is one that will serve all of us. Success is getting what you want. This is different from happiness. Happiness is wanting what you got. To be happy, you don't need anything more. You just need to accept what you have. This doesn't stop me from continuing to aspire to other things in life. Unfortunately, people confuse success with happiness. I don't know how to teach you to be happy, but success, yes, it is a science. You can learn to be successful. For anything to occur in your physical universe, 3 components are necessary. Imagine a steel cable between 2 buildings. You want to cross, you know how to cross, but if the steel cable doesn't exist, you won't succeed. Let's say you want to, and there is a steel cable, but you don't know how to cross. It's impossible, right? If you know how to cross and the cable is there, but today you don't feel like it, you won't cross either. What we will show here in success is how to create this context where these 3 components manifest: the desire, the knowledge, and the opportunity. If you continue doing what you have always done, you will continue getting the same results you have obtained. It's not just about watching the video. You will have to do something different. If it were just about watching the video or just reading, you could read the Bible and go to heaven. It's not quite like that, right? So, what we are going to demand here is that you watch the video. You will have to watch this video several times because repetition is the mother of learning. How did you learn to walk? You got up, fell down, got up, fell down, until one day you walked, right? You didn't learn overnight. Success is the same. We can't learn it overnight. You have to study, read, and watch this video multiple times so that it gets incorporated into your psychological structure and becomes a part of you. You need to internalize this knowledge we are sharing here. Once there is this internalization and you start applying it, it will become automatic for you. Just like you don't need to motivate yourself to brush your teeth, you don't look in the mirror in the morning and ask, should I brush my teeth today or not? You just take the brush, the toothpaste, and brush, right? It has become a habit for you. In the same way that brushing your teeth has become a habit, success can also become a habit. But to create a habit, it needs to pass through your brain at least 21 times. I'm not saying you have to watch this video 21 times, but you will have to watch it multiple times and put into practice what you are watching here. Then it will become a part of you. There is a Chinese saying that goes, time is the best teacher, but unfortunately, it kills all its students. You can learn in life, but it's better to learn from someone who knows. I hope to pass this knowledge to you. Knowledge that I gathered from my personal life and from the 3,000 books I read over 17 years of my life. I sought out those individuals who won Nobel Prizes, who knew what they were talking about, which is why they won a Nobel Prize. From there, I took theories, simplified them, and we will use them here. When I said we would use accelerated learning techniques, this means you will learn in a different way. The way you learn with me in this video will be coded into your subconscious for many years. When we talk about lateral thinking techniques, I will teach you to work with both sides of the brain. The brain has 2 hemispheres, left and right. We will explore this in more detail later. The left hemisphere stores reason. The right hemisphere stores emotion. These hemispheres have distinct functions. The left is digital. The right is analog. The left is analytical. The right is synthetic. The left thinks in black and white. The right thinks in color. The left is detailed. The right sees the big picture. The differences are clear, right? For example, a person who is predominantly left-brained focuses on details but can't see the whole. They see the tree very well but can't see the forest. A person who is predominantly right-brained does the opposite. They see the whole but can't see the details. They see the forest but not the tree. So, what we need to do is balance the left and right brains, the reason and the emotion. Whenever there is an incongruence, a discrepancy between the left and right brains, you pay a price. If you say, I will rob a bank, and the right brain, emotion, says, don't do it, it's unethical, and you rob the bank, 10 years later, you might develop cancer. What happened? There was an incongruence, a conflict between the left and right sides of your brain. Your immune system got depressed, and this led to cancer 10 years later. Moreover, if you learn to integrate these 2 sides of the brain, it's like a bird. A bird needs two wings to fly. You will never see a bird flying with just one wing. For an individual to be successful in life, they need to learn to work with both sides of the brain. If they are only left-brained, they might be intelligent, no math, work in a small shop downtown as a cashier, and stay there their whole life. On the other hand, if they are only right-brained, they might have a great vision but lack the necessary details to implement it effectively. Everything you learned using only one side of the brain is easily forgotten. If you take that test you did to get into high school or college, or that middle school exam where you scored a 10, and take it again today, you wouldn't score the same, right? But if you know how to swim and haven't swum in 10 years, if you get in the pool, you swim. If you know how to ride a bike and haven't done so in 10 years, you can still ride. What remains is your ability to think about how you use your brain to improve your discernment so you can make better decisions. Some people have difficulty making decisions. They can't decide between one thing or another. It's like one part of the brain wants one thing, and the other part wants another, and they end up not deciding at all. It's like someone goes to an ice cream shop and can't decide between chocolate or vanilla. If you focus on solving your problems, solutions will increase. So it's very important to focus on where you want to spend your energy. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, either way, you're right because you are working with your beliefs, which we will discuss in the future. You are always right. Have you noticed that? You are always right. The other person just can't understand because you are starting from a different premise. A month from now, you change, they change, but the problem is you continue treating them as if they haven't changed, and vice versa. This creates problems because we are creatures of habit. We create habits and continue perpetuating them. They did a study showing that when you brush your teeth in the morning, if you brush for 35 seconds today, tomorrow you'll brush for around 37 or 34 seconds, meaning even in these small details, you keep a routine. Think about it. If you focus on solving your problems, the solutions will increase. So it's important to focus your energy on where it matters. If you think you can, or if you think you can't, either way, you're right. This is because you are working with your beliefs, which we will discuss in the future. You're always right, aren't you? You believe you are right, and the other person just can't understand because they don't see things from your perspective. Both of you have changed over time, but you continue treating each other as if you haven't, creating problems. We are creatures of habit. We create habits and perpetuate them. Studies show that when you brush your teeth in the morning, if you brush for 35 seconds today, tomorrow it will be around 37 or 34 seconds. Even in these small details, you maintain a routine. Think about this analogy I created to help you understand. In my opinion, we have three types of brains: car brains, airplane brains, and helicopter brains. Let me explain the difference. When you drive a car, you're aware of what's happening around you but have limited foresight. An airplane brain can see further ahead and plan for the future, but still follows a set path. A helicopter brain, the rarest, can see everything from above, move freely in any direction, and adapt to changes quickly. Only about 5% of the population has a helicopter brain. You need to decide for yourself if you have a car brain, airplane brain, or helicopter brain. Beware of becoming a victim of your own success. This is a significant issue. People get so caught up in their success that they neglect their families, and relationships deteriorate. What good is success if you can't share it with your loved ones? I once worked in a company and decided to quit. My boss told me I was leaving the best job in South America. I replied that I wanted to pursue medical school at a federal university. He said I wouldn't even pass the entrance exam. I told him that if I didn't rank among the top 3, I wouldn't accept my spot. I had 10 months to prepare, and I became an expert. Out of 100 candidates for 5 spots, I placed first. I was already addicted to studying and have continued my whole life. I'm about to turn